like everything and nothing.
I don't think there is a definition.
I think it's whatever serves the future of the family. I think it's hard to say that there's a modern archetype.
We're very interested in what's going on with families. How are people dealing with the division of household labor, particularly people who are in roles that may not match the traditional expectation. We explored the idea of same-sex couples and different sex couples and how they divide household and income-based labor and what seem to be the driving patterns in those divisions.
We have assumed, I think, in the story we like to tell ourselves is that same-sex couples, because they can't default to gender norms, share things equally. And what we found was that actually same-sex couples are not any more likely to share things equally at home as different sex couples.
What studies in the 80s found was that if your partner might be, let's say this was a study about women, your partner or your spouse might be doing 1 hour a week of family work or might be doing 60 hours a week of family work. That didn't really matter. The amount of time that the spouse put in was not as important as what you thought that person should be doing. So our findings are much in line with that.
Definitely not. No, our entire societal structure is antiquated.
I think that a lot of industries are much better now about maternity and paternity leave, and so it's allowed women to be working moms.
There is no family so busy, but that it can come together in the evening for a dinner date, which will give its members something to look back upon with
today
happiness.
doesn't look anything like it did in the 1950s, even though a lot of our workplace practices are based on that 1950s family unit. One best practice is definitely to reevaluate and revise parental leave policies to reflect the modern family, modern families, right? So many companies have looked at their parental leave policies to make sure that they've included fathers as well as mothers. We know that fathers want to play a much more active role. My mother worked my whole life. Her workplace, there were very set hours. Like she went to work at 9 and she was basically home by 5:30. She also cooked every night. And we had literally a gourmet meal every night. So when I started my family, I felt like I had to cook for my kids every night. The only problem was like I didn't get home till 7. You know, if I was lucky, or maybe 7:30, and there was no way I was gonna make a gourmet meal at 7:30 at night for my kids who were little and were starving, right? So I had to give that up.
No, we in our family have these discussions every day, not only between us, between my husband and myself, but with our children. My daughter had big plans for me on Saturday, and I told her that I also had plans on Saturday, and we have to figure that out.
I do the loading into the washer and dryer and bringing it back down because I work from home and have more opportunity to pop something in, work for my 2 hours, pick it up and leave it ready to be folded and ironed. He likes to spend his evenings sitting around watching TV and ironing clothes, and so he irons and folds and I do the washing. And in that way we share the responsibility, but neither of us does the whole thing at any one time.